Hello and welcome to HMR Waterfront Presents Game On Here. We're back with our post-match show, and the news from the Caribbean is that India have qualified for the semi-final of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2024. They have done so by beating Australia in what was another high-scoring match in the Caribbean venues. And what a game it was from India, once again telling us why they are so good in these World Cup matches. A balanced performance, a good all-round show for them despite losing the toss there early on. But lots to talk about from this match in terms of how unconditionally brilliant India are when they're at their best and when their bowlers are doing well and when their batters are scoring runs. So, and of course, when their fielders are hanging on to those brilliant catches. So, all in all, they must be very pleased going forward because they now face England in the semi-final in Guyana on 27th of this month. So, a lot to look forward to. And of course, we're back with our post-match show. We'll take a deeper look into what happened in this match. I've got my beautiful co-host who's not so pleased right now, Erin Holland, with me, who was cheering on to her team. But we'll talk to her about her feelings in just a bit. We've got our panel back.
You just leave me to it. Drink my tea in peace.
Shoaib Akhtar, Martin Gaptil, Yunus Khan, Mohammad Hafiz. Gentlemen, welcome back to Game On Here.
Thank you.
Before we formally start our post-match analysis, do you think we should take a look back at what was said? A lot was said in the pre-match show. You know, we have our predictions going every day, but we talked about who would be winning and what to do if the toss goes your way as the captain. Let's take a look at what happened early on the show. But it's going to be a very even Steven one today, the win predictor. Hafiz is like not agreeing with that.
मैं अपनी तरफ से नहीं, शोएब भाई की तरफ से सर हिला रहा था कि उन्होंने मन्नी नहीं. हम तीन लोगों ने कह दिया कि इस पिच के ऊपर जो है वो आपको चेस करना चाहिए. दो कप्तानों ने कह दिया कि वी वांटेड टू बॉल फर्स्ट. एरन फिंच ने कह दिया वो शुड बॉल फर्स्ट. वो कह रहे नहीं, बैट फर्स्ट.
अगर रिजल्ट
क्या पता कोई सरप्राइज मिल जाए हमें आज.
क्लिप रिकॉर्ड हो रहा है.
पहला भी रिकॉर्ड हुआ है.
रिकॉर्ड हो रहा है ना.
ये क्लिप पहले भी रिकॉर्ड हो रहा है. ये चलेगा जरूर.
2-3 घंटे बाद चला लेंगे.
चले पोस्ट मैच में हम कोई ना कोई क्लिप तो चला रहे हैं.
यानी 6 बंदे कह रहे हैं कि यार इस पिच के मुताबिक या कंडीशन के मुताबिक ये फैसला होना चाहिए, हार जीत को छोड़ दें. लेकिन वो कह रहे नहीं, बैटिंग पहले.
देखो 92 में भी ना 16 बंदे कह रहे थे कि वर्ल्ड कप पाकिस्तान बाहर हो गया. एक बंदा कह रहा है वर्ल्ड कप जीत गए.
क्या बात. क्रिकेट इज अ फनी गेम. एनीथिंग
we can request Mr. Martin that who is winning. Please tell us.
And also your first
Be
inning
honest.
score.
First
Martin.
inning score? Okay, so 158 first inning score.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Australia winning.
Oh,
There you go.
Whoa.
Close.
Erin's like.
Mine was 157. I just read it
Oh,
down.
okay.
One?
I didn't even see that.
157.
What is that?
Yeah.
Australia winning.
Australia losing by 5 runs.
Ooh, okay.
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 Yeah.
Any last predictions, gentlemen? We've got yours.
172,
yours.
175.
175.
Yeah,
Right.
India's winning.
Professor,
Okay.
first inning score jaldi.
148.
148. That's it.
Well, that aged well, didn't it? There's oh so many of us there. Unfortunately, it was Shoaib Akhtar who picked the winner closest to the margin. But safe to say we were all very wrong with the read of the wicket. It played a lot more of a batting paradise than I think we all anticipated based on the pitch report that we saw, based on what everyone that was there at the ground was telling us at the time. That weather that we thought was going to be around was nowhere to be seen, and it did seem to get a little bit slower and slower though to bat on. I mean, my Aussie goggles are going to tell me that, but it did look like it got a little bit trickier to bat on as time progressed. But Shoaib, I mean, all right, hit me with it. Tell me you're all right.
ये जो नाज और नखरे हैं ना, यही हमने देखने हैं बस.
I
wide
want
open.
to see this, all 3 batters and the 2 captains and the management.
Sir, it's only a prediction. Only prediction.
Analysis. I am
Okay.
being paid to
Yeah.
give my
Oh,
analysis.
very good. Yeah.
Somebody comes, somebody lives for, comes for. You understand what I'm saying?
I
Trying
know,
to
I
say?
know, I know.
I work for living. You understand what I'm saying? So
Well done.
Just wake me up when it's over.
Well done. 2 and 2.
I honestly believed, I think, Yunus and Martin and Hafiz, they're the batters, they would know. You see, I think it was a very poor choice of opinion and decision making when it comes to winning a toss and electing to bowl first. I always believe there's a very dry pitches out there. They're going to deteriorate in the second innings. We've seen it all over and over and again in terms of, you know, the ball does not come on the bat, especially in the second innings, because of pura wicket hai. So, Aaron, I thought 170 is a safe score there. The reason why, because they got Bumrah, and now you have Kuldeep, now you have Akshar, you have Jadeja. They will never going to let you allow, or they can never going to allow you to, you know, score that kind of runs. And once you see the pitch was new, wicket मज़ेदार था, बॉल पे पेस थी, शीन थी, लेदर पे शाइन थी, किसको बेनिफिट होना था? जो बॉल बल्ले पे आएगा ना, वो टाइम करेगा, वो कौन है? रोहित शर्मा. मैंने पोस्ट मैच में भी कहा, अगर इन दोनों को अगर लाइसेंस दे दिया ना, either one of them, I think नेचुरल जो ओपनर है वो रोहित शर्मा, उसके बल्ले में बॉल आ रहा था, वो कैसा कनेक्ट कर रहा था? He was connecting so beautifully. 1, 2, 3, off he goes. But asking someone like Starkey to get off the bench, come and bowl, run in, it doesn't work. It takes about 2-3 overs. But in this kind of a format, you don't have a 2 overs, unfortunately. That is the difference of the game. I would say that. But look, as Martin said, he's smart enough, he played enough to understand, you know, he needs to go out there and just go through the motion. But again, he's standing up against, you know, one of the best, finest opener who loves to time the ball. I mean, रोहित शर्मा की इस बाद में टाइमिंग नहीं होनी थी, ये उसका टाइमिंग इस नए बॉल से मिलती, वो आगे बल्ले पे लग रहा था बॉल, टक टक टक, उसको तेज कर रहे थे. उसको तेज करोगे तो बल्ले पे बॉल आएगा उसके, वो तो प्लेट रहा था फिर आपको, वो तो शुक्र है ही स्टॉप देयर, अदरवाइज ही वुड हैव गेट 150
92
और 92 लफ्ज ही अच्छा है. तो इसीलिए मेरा ख्याल में गायना में अब जब होने वाला है ना, लुक आउट फॉर रोहित शर्मा अगेन. ही आई एम सरप्राइज्ड कि ये कह रहा था आई वाज ऑप्टिंग टू बॉल फर्स्ट एज
वो क्या
was
वो
just
क्या
about to
इवन
bring that
रोहित शर्मा
up,
भी कह रहा
yeah.
था. I was surprised, Aaron.
If he had his choice, he would have bowled first to
Wrong.
support what everyone else was saying.
To
But
give you example, Aaron, you give me a chance to Afghanistan as Australian. Take your pick, beat us, hammer us, whatever you want to do with the options open. What they did, you got some runs on the board. Defending and chasing is always difficult. Askaz is a batsman. He's a different batsman when he's batting first. He has all the options. When he's chasing up against me or any other team, his thinking process is totally different. No matter whatever you say, how great of the batsman you are, you come under pressure. And a wicket like this does not allow you, when you're spinning the ball, even as a fast bowler, you can't hit the ball. Simple as. But as Hafiz said, all 6 were right, I was wrong.
Marty, thoughts? Would you agree with what Shoaib was just saying, and perhaps a good toss to lose for
So I
Rohit?
disagree.
If I'm being honest, I zoned out when he started talking. Oh, look, I didn't mind the option from Australia to bowl first. It's just that third over from Starkey, he bowled. I mean, these guys would agree with me that if we got the balls there, you know, we'd be off and flying as well. He got his length completely wrong. He got his line wrong. The ball wasn't swinging, so he had to pull his length back, but he just didn't. He kept serving it up. He got hit over cover twice. Then he got hit over the leg side twice, and from there he was absolutely cooked. He had no comebacks there, and then he started to go to try for the Yorker, and kept missing that as well. And it wasn't until he came back around the 10th over when he got Rohit out. He started to hit his Yorker. Ball tailing a little bit by that stage as well, but he was always chasing his tail after his second over there, and tough to come back from that. Credit to Rohit though. I mean, when the ball's there, you still got to hit it. So he did extremely well. You know, hitting against the wind to hit a couple of sixes that way, and then you know, straighten the line up, and he goes with the wind. So he got on an absolute heater and took the game right away from Australia. I mean, 15 boundaries in his innings and 41 balls. I mean, that's, you know, every 3 balls he's hit a boundary. So it's, you know, hats off to him. He played it really well.
We've seen many a half volley not get dealt with, as it should have been appropriately punished, and what a rampage he was on today. Just took the game away from Australia, to be honest.
Just remarkable seeing Rohit Sharma bat like that so fearlessly. But Yunus, अगर हम flip side पे Australia का approach देखें towards this chase, when Mitch Marsh and Travis Head were batting, the run rate was pretty much under their control. Even then, they were scoring at 9, 10 and over, but it was in their hands, and it looked like Australia will smoothly chase and sail down that, scoreboard, complete, finish the game. जो हमने पहले भी मैच से पहले भी बात की थी कि what do they do once their openers fail? How will you assess कि आज की चेज कैसे उन्होंने, कहाँ पे आपको लगता है सबसे मेजर गलतियाँ हुई आज ऑस्ट्रेलिया से?
रोहित शर्मा तो एक तो मेक श्योर किया कि वो एक अच्छी इनिंग खेले, और मैं खास ये सारा जो पहले इनिंग का जो वो था ना, वो सारा रोहित ने, वो कहते ना, मेला लूट लिया। उनकी अगर मैं पार्टनरशिप की बात हो, 87 रन की पार्टनरशिप हुई है पंट के साथ, उसमें से 66 रन हैं उनके। उन्होंने फ्रंट से लीड किया। देखिए, हम यहाँ बात कर रहे हैं कि टॉस जीत के पहले बॉलिंग जो भी कैप्टन जीतेगा, क्योंकि पिच रिपोर्ट भी ये कह रही थी और दोनों कैप्टन भी है, तो हमने ये भी कहा कि चलो अच्छा हो गया कि इंडिया टॉस हार गया, तो ये उनके लिए अच्छा है, वो खुल के खेलेंगे। और अगर मैं दूसरे एंड पे देखूँ तो हेजलवुड भी बॉल कर रहे थे। कितने रन दिए उन्होंने? 4 ओवर में
14 रन,
जिसमें से 2 ओवर तो उन्होंने पावर प्ले में किए हुए। तो कितने रन थे वहाँ पे उनके? तो इसका मतलब ये हो कि देखिए, आपको ये लर्न करना है कि एक जो फास्ट बॉलर है वो बेंच पे आपने रेस्ट किया या बिठा दिया, उसके बाद उसको क्यों ओवर पहला करना है। तो देखिए, ये जो हम बात करते हैं T20 में बात करते हैं, एक एक ओवर से आप जो है या तो गेम से बाहर हो जाते हैं या गेम में आ जाते हैं, और एक ही मोमेंट पे आप जो है वो गेम में आ जाते हैं। वो क्या मोमेंट थी? अक्षर पटेल का वो कैच। वहाँ उस वक्त क्या आस्किंग रेट था और किस रेट से वो जा रहे थे? अहेड थे वो। एक अच्छा कैच, एक मोमेंट, वो जो है वो आपको गेम में ले आती है। तो मेरे ख्याल से ठीक है, हम बात करते हैं कि बहुत सी टीमें चेस करना पसंद करती हैं, देखें, लेकिन जो यहाँ पे हफीज़ भाई को मैं बैक करूँगा, ये हमेशा एक बात करते हैं, हम जितनी भी ट्रांसमिशन किए, कि या तो पहले वो 3 ओवर आप मुश्किल में खेल लो या बाद के 20 ओवर मुश्किल में खेल लें। तो ये हार्ड चॉइस चूज़ किया उन्होंने आज ऑस्ट्रेलिया, कि उन्होंने बाद के 20 ओवर मुश्किल खेले। और मुझे अभी भी लगता है कि शायद जो हम हमेशा एज ए कैप्टन बात करते हैं, 20 रन फिर भी कम हुए हैं कहीं, मुझे लगता है, नहीं तो 225 रन होने थे। और मैं रोहित शर्मा को हेड्स ऑफ टू हिम कि वो आए और 11-12 ओवर में आउट होकर भी चले गए और अब 92 रन करके चले गए। तो देखिए, यही अच्छे लीडर की क्वालिटी है। और जिस तरह उनकी एग्जीक्यूशन थी शॉट्स की, वो ऐसे नहीं थे। ठीक है, स्टार्की ने उनको अब बोले हाफ वॉलिस दिए, लेकिन फिर भी हाफ वॉलिस के लिए भी आपको एक क्वालिटी होनी चाहिए, आपका बेस होने चाहिए, आपका बैट स्विंग होने चाहिए, आपका हेड स्टिल होने चाहिए। और जो ख़ास तौर पे 2-4-6 शॉट्स हमें एक्स्ट्रा कवर के ऊपर से नजर आए, वो इतना आसान नहीं है। तो मेरे ख्याल से वो वेल प्रिपेयर आए थे, उनको पता था कि चाहे वो चेस करें चाहे वो पोस्ट करें, उन्होंने वो जो वर्ल्ड कप फाइनल में जो हुआ था, वो उन्होंने ऑलमोस्ट वो इक्वल कर दिया। और मुझे अभी भी लगता है कि ये मैच उनको कम से कम कोई 50-60 रन से जीतना चाहिए था। 20-25 रन फिर भी कम किए, तो मेरे ख्याल से इवन हो गया।
तो शायद नहीं कह सकते, अभी तो उनके लिए आगे बहुत मेजर मैचेस है, बट उस लॉस की रिकवरी थोड़ी एटलीस्ट फॉर द इंडियन फैंस इमोशनली थोड़ी बहुत आज ज़रूर हुई होगी। हफीज़, व्हाट अ वे फॉर इंडिया टू शो, जैसे आप भी बार बार हमेशा बात करते हैं कि अनकंडीशनली आप अगर अपने आप को चैम्पियन टीम की तरह प्रेजेंट करेंगे, रिगार्डलेस ऑफ द टॉस, द कंडीशंस, द वेदर एंड हु इज प्लेइंग, व्हाट द ऑपोजिशन इज लाइक। बड़ी इंटरेस्टिंग बात रोहित शर्मा ने मैच के बाद जब उनको अवार्ड मिल रहा था प्लेयर ऑफ द मैच का, उन्होंने ये बात की कि हमारे लिए हर मैच, बिकॉज उनसे पूछा गया कि अब आप सेमीफाइनल खेलेंगे और फाइनल खेलेंगे जब भी, तो वो माइंडसेट आपका क्या चेंज होगा? इसे कुछ चेंज नहीं होगा, अब हम सेम खेलेंगे, बिकॉज हमारी कॉन्वर्सेशन से ये होती है कि हर गेम को हमने एक ही तरीके से अप्रोच करना है। व्हाट विल यू से ऑन रोहित शर्मा द बैटर एंड रोहित शर्मा द कैप्टन?
वेल, इट वाज अ रोहित शो. Today we witnessed one of the best innings from a captain, leading from the front. अगर आप बात कर लें, if you go other way around, सिर्फ एक चीज़ रोहित की क्वालिटी से किसी को शक नहीं था, एक चीज़ उन्होंने बदली, only one thing he changed within himself, that was a selfless approach, leading from the front. और जिस तरीके से उन्होंने इवॉल्व किया इस खेल के साथ, वो बहुत अच्छे प्लेयर थे, वो ग्रेट जोन में चले गए सिर्फ जस्ट टू चेंज दैट सेल्फलेस अप्रोच। तो मुझे लगता है कि ये जो इनिंग्स है या ये जो खेलने का तरीका है, जब से इन्होंने, मैंने देखा है कि पिछले साल से इसकी प्लानिंग की, उसके मुताबिक एग्जीक्यूशन शुरू की। इफ़ यू सी द लास्ट 50 ओवर वर्ल्ड कप, ही वाज अ स्टैंड आउट परफॉर्मर फॉर इंडिया। कुछ भी हो जाता था, ही वाज प्लेइंग सेल्फलेस। You know, the most impressive part of his innings was that he was not thinking about any of his milestone. He was hitting the ball accordingly. And at the post-match, he said 50s and 100 doesn't matter to him now, because he knew what he want to be. He doesn't want to be having 100 centuries. He want to be a champion player. We should be remembered always. Winning ICC trophies. So जब आप अपना गोल बड़ा कर लेते हैं तो आपकी पेडिग्री बड़ी हो जाती है. तो मुझे लगता है अगर मैं रोहित की बात करूं तो इंडिया की लीडरशिप डिजर्व करती है कि ये वर्ल्ड कप जीते, जिस तरह वो अनकंडीशनल चैंपियन के तौर पर खेल रहे हैं। उनको कोई फ़र्क नहीं पड़ रहा सीम हो रहा है नहीं हो रहा, ब्रेक हो रहा है नहीं हो रहा। स्पेशल एफर्ट फ्रॉम रोहित, एंड देन आप किसी और की भी तारीफ करेंगे वो रोहित के सामने छोटी नज़र आएगी, क्योंकि मुझे लगता है कि रोहित इज़ द ओनली पर्सन एट द मोमेंट हु डिज़र्व टू विन दिस वर्ल्ड कप फॉर इंडिया। दूसरी तरफ अगर मैं ऑस्ट्रेलिया की तरफ चला जाऊँ तो मैं सिर्फ हैरान हो रहा हूँ कि क्वालिटी बॉलर स्टार्क का दूसरा ओवर देख लें और हेजलवुड के पहले 2 ओवर देख लें, तो वो कैसे हो गया कि ही वॉज फुल गिविंग द बॉल 4 वॉलीज इन अ रो। उसके बाद जब उसका बल्ला चला रोहित का, तो वो हमें सबको पता है कि जब रोहित अच्छा खेलते हैं तो फिर कोई सामने नहीं खड़ा होता। फिर उसके बाद जो बॉलर आया, कमिंस आए 15, जैम्पा आए 16, स्टोइनिस आए 17, तो उनके एक एक ओवर में मोमेंटम उन्होंने नीचे नहीं जाने दिया। सो दिस इज़ अ स्पेशल शो फ्रॉम रोहित। सारी टीम की परफॉर्मेंस अपनी जगह पे, मैं समझता हूँ कि जो रोहित ने आज करके दिखाया है, उन्होंने, आप वो बैलेंस की बात नहीं कर रहे, उन्होंने बदला लिया। ये बदला, ये जो ये
रिवेंज नॉक,
ये जो इनिंग्स थी ये बदला है। ये सिर्फ उन्होंने क्रिकेट नहीं खेली, उन्होंने वो 2023 के वर्ल्ड कप के हार का बदला लेने की वो जो एटीट्यूड और वो जो हंगर और वो जो आप पूरा इंतजार कर रहे होते हैं ना उस मोमेंट का कि अब मुझे वो दोबारा मौका मिले, मैं करके दिखाऊंगा। ही मिस दैट वन दैट डे, लेकिन आज उन्होंने वो साबित किया। और दूसरी तरफ अगर मैं जाऊँ, मैं फिर वही बार बार कह रहा हूँ कि ऑस्ट्रेलिया ने यही गड़ा खोदा था किसी के लिए और खुद उसमें गिर गए।
Well, remember the 19th of November. That's what all Indian fans will be chanting after this win over Australia. Let's take a quick look at the match summary, see how the match went down between these two mighty teams. Of course, Australia winning the toss and putting India to bat first, and India ending up with 205 on the board thanks to Rohit Sharma's spectacular captain's knock. 92 off 41, including 8 sixes and 7 fours for him, and he was supported by Surya Kumar Yadav with 31 off 16 and Shivam Dube with 28. Hardik Pandya also chipping in with the bat. In terms of bowling, Australian bowlers struggled a bit with the economy today. Mitchell Starc with 2 wickets, giving away 45, and Stoinis picking up couple as well, giving away 56 runs in his quota of 4 overs. Hazelwood getting a wicket as well. In the chase, Australia struggling at the top, but Travis Head playing a spectacular knock, 76 off 43 for him. Marsh with 37, but in the end, no partnership was enough for them to complete the chase. In the Indian bowling, Arshdeep Singh 3 for 37 in his 4 overs. Kuldeep picking up a couple as well. A spectacular all-round effort in the field as well, and thanks to that, India won the match by 24 runs. And well, you can see that beautiful golden Q next to their name. That means they have qualified with 6 points. And now, Erin, it looks like Australia will be really backing the wounded Tigers, Bangladesh to defeat Afghanistan, because then that would mean Australia go through on the basis of that net run rate. So a lot for the Aussie fans to still root for in this World Cup, as far as that next clash between Afghanistan and Bangladesh is concerned.
It ain't over till it's over, and I think I'll be getting up at 5:30 a.m. Of
you
course,
better.
I'll be ready. I'll be pre-show ready. I'll be watching that game, hoping that the Tigers can get the job done, so Australia gets to sneak through into that second position. Would be great, but only time will tell. The rampaging Rohit Sharma on a revenge mission. We have to relive the highlights of that knock. It was truly extraordinary. Led from the front. Didn't slow down at all as that milestone, which, even though I'm a full Aussie fan, Martin Guptill, I was a little bit sad to not see him get there. He truly deserved it today, right from taking Mitchell Starc for 29 off 1 over. What do you make of this kind of batting?
Yeah, he was just on a heater today. I mean, yeah, the balls were there to hit, but you've still got to hit them as a batter, and he made sure that he did that. He got the ball on his arc and he was able to swing through it, no worries in the front 6 overs, and get the ball over the infield. And then from there he was away, and it didn't matter where he bowled after that, he was able to put it to the boundary. A little bit lucky on that one, but the pace that Starkey bowls at, it's always going to fly away. So it was really impressive striking from Rohit today. He picked the ball, he just seemed to, everything was in a bit slow motion for him, and he was able to pick gaps at will, get the right ball that he needed, and actually just a little luck along the way. But it was just impressive. I mean, 50 off 19 balls is not easy to do, and he made it look easy today.
But in the beginning of the innings as well, he looked like he was batting on a completely different track, because he got off to an absolute flyer, and then Kohli and Punt collectively had scored 1 run off 11 balls.
right? I don't think he faced Hazelwood, did he? I mean, Hazelwood was unbelievably impressive. 1 for 14 off 4 overs. He is such a good bowler. He's very underrated. When you have Cummins and Stark bowling either side of you, you often go under the radar, and I think he doesn't get the credit that he deserves in that bowling lineup for what he can do. So hats off to him on, against a star-studded lineup that he's bowling to, and to go for 14 off 4 when the team gets 200. I mean, that's a top effort.
Exceptional stuff from the workhorse, as we like to call him, Josh Hazlewood. He's always fantastic in every format of the game. He does get forgotten a little bit in the T20 makeup, but he's stayed in the side consistently, and he proved again why it was best to stick with him when they did lose that extra pacer. Mitchell Stark back in the side today wasn't to be for the Aussies, but just a quick word, Eunice, on that knock as well, because had he gotten that 100 and been on the losing side, that's never going to be as memorable for him as a captain as getting 92, but then getting such a big win. How impressed were you with his, mental aptitude and his selflessness in that moment?
Yeah, the approach was there. He was there for win, and he wants that statement. That statement from the captain, leading from the front. So I think he knows that what kind of performance his team needs from him, and the way is similar like the words go. And he just smashing the ball, and it was not like just like you can say that fluke shots. It was a proper batting, from him, and the way he approached his batting, it was amazing.
Yeah. Let's talk about down the order what we saw from Surya Kumar Yadav. Shoaib, what a spectacular knock once again, 35 off 16 from him. Who does he remind you of as a batter, or do you think he's the first of his kind, especially in this format?
Look, let's talk about a little bit. I think the roles. I think the Kohli should not come as an opener, and Rishabh Pant could have been a great choice as an opener. Play with the newer ball, and Kohli comes in number 1 down, same pattern, but number 1 down. And imagine Surya Kumar Yadav is coming in and he's acting so mature. He's taking singles, giving a strike to the senior batsman, ask him to you take on, and if it gets difficult, I'll take the charge too. When he takes the charge, he gets 31 or 16 balls and takes him on. And it was a beautiful shot, by the way. It was a proper cricketing shot, then we say. He takes off the lot of pressure off Rohit Sharma. You go on to play your things, I'll do my things. But with cautiously approached. I mean, like this shot was reminded me of 92 shots of Inzamam.
Look at that.
So it's just amazing. Look at him.
Full
I mean,
face
the way he lends hand to the captain so maturely. It's just so beautiful to see. No rational shots. Nothing of the sort. Yeah.
Why is it that some batters just look like they have so much time at the crease? For me, he's someone who looked like he was almost in slow motion.
Yeah, I know.
No, he trained himself like that.
Yeah.
He trained himself like that. He's the only batter in nowadays after Abby de Villiers. He just play, he just stay stable. His bat is there and his head is still, and then he play accordingly the ball. The ball pitch is the outside of the off stump. He goes for that shots. In extra cover or point, if there is little bit short ball, he goes that ramp shot.
Mr. 360.
Yeah, he's like he's not 360. For me, he's 460. Yeah, the way he approach himself, and now in this batting order of India, they now rely only Rohit Sharma and on Virat Kohli. All of the batter they play like that, so they know their roles. And they are there for their job. They are not depend on if they are the Virat Kohli or Rohit. On the day they are a match winner, but they not rely only on them. All of the batter they are the match winners.
Professor, your thoughts, because you have already mentioned a bunch of times कि आप चाहेंगे जायसवाल आए open करें, but हम जितनी बात कर रहे हैं about this apparent problem that India have with the opening. There doesn't seem to be any problem on paper, at least, because they've been scoring runs, they've been defending runs, things are working out fine for them.
देखें जो उन्होंने प्लान किया है वो उसी पे स्टिक करके अपनी क्रिकेट खिला रहे हैं, which is absolutely a fine way to move forward. लेकिन अगर मैं अभी भी अगर दुबे की बात करूं तो उन्होंने आज भी जो इनिंग्स खेली जहां पे हर जगह पे शॉट लग रहे थे, वो उस स्ट्राइक रेट या उस क्वालिटी का प्लेयर नहीं लगा. मैं ये कतई नहीं कह रहा कि दुबे अच्छा प्लेयर नहीं होगा, मैं कंपेयर कर रहा हूँ कि अगर विराट कोहली जैसा बैट्समैन 3 पे आता है, नंबर 3 जो उसका फेवरेट स्पॉट है जहाँ पे उसने दुनिया में हर जगह परफॉर्म किया हुआ, अगर वो 3 पे आ जाए और दुबे की जगह जायसवाल जैसा टैलेंट ओपनर खेल ले, तो उसमें विन विन सिचुएशन है इंडिया की। मैं सिर्फ ये कहना चाह रहा हूँ, मेरा कतन ये मकसद नहीं है कि दुबे को निकाल दिया जाए, लेकिन अगर इसकी रिप्लेसमेंट पे पहले ट्राई कर दिया जाता तो वुड बी अ बेटर ऑप्शन, क्योंकि जायसवाल ने अगले 10 साल इंडिया के लिए खेलना है। उसकी जो टेक्निक, उसके जो परफॉर्मेंसेस अभी तक हमने टेस्ट क्रिकेट में देखी है, वो इस तरह का टैलेंट है कि वो ये क्रिकेट खेल सकता है। तो क्यों ना वो लर्न करे रोहित शर्मा से एज एन ओपनर, क्यों ना वो लर्न करे विराट कोहली से हाउ टू कंस्ट्रक्ट द इनिंग्स, हाउ टू प्ले लॉन्गर। तो ये वो चीज़ें मेरी समझ ये कहती है, बट जो वहाँ पे बैठे हुए हैं दे मेकिंग द बेस्ट डिसीजन। और वो एक प्लान जब आप उन्होंने ले लिया, उन्होंने सोच लिया कि ये हमारा प्लान है, दे आर नॉट गोइंग अवे फ्रॉम दैट। दिस इज ऑल्सो वन वे ऑफ प्रोसीडिंग टूवर्ड्स द ICC इवेंट, कि आपका जो भी प्लान होता है वो आप उस पर स्टिक कर जाते हैं। लेकिन ये एक ऑप्शन थी जो अभी तक नहीं लिया गया, तो मुझे लगता है कि अब वो नहीं लेंगे। अब इस वक्त पे डिस्कस करना वो मैटर नहीं करता, क्योंकि जो उनके सेट पैटर्न के ऊपर 6 बैट्समैन आगे हैं वो उसी के ऊपर कंटिन्यू करना चाहते हैं, विच इज़ गुड इनफ।
देखिए मैं इसमें ज़रूर ऐड करूँगा। देखिए उन्होंने IPL में विराट कोहली को क्या मैसेज दिया कि अपना स्ट्राइक रेट ऊपर करें और ऊपर खेलें, हम आपको बैक करेंगे कुछ भी हो जाए। हम जितना भी यहाँ कह दें कि उसको नंबर 3 आना चाहिए, उसका रिकॉर्ड भी ये कह रहा है, लेकिन नहीं, उन्होंने एक प्लान किया हुआ है, उस पर रहेंगे। और हम स्वयं दुबे की बात कर रहे हैं। देखिए अभी हफीज़ ने 2-3 दफ़ा ये बात मेंशन भी की है कि कामरान गुलाम चले गए थे छोड़ के, कि भाई अगर हम परफॉर्म नहीं करेंगे तो हम नेशनल टीम से हमें खिलाना ही नहीं है। तो ये देखिए उनको लगा कि मिडल ऑर्डर में ये कैसे, जो इन्होंने IPL में जो परफॉर्मेंसेस किए हैं, उन्होंने उसकी परफॉर्मेंस पे उनको वो बैक करें, वो खिला रहे हैं, चाहे वो परफॉर्म करें या ना करें, या उस तरीके से परफॉर्म नहीं करें। उन्होंने एक फ़ैसला कर लिया है, एक प्लान बना लिया और उसको अब वो बैक कर रहे हैं। तो यही वो बात है कि आपको अगर आपने एक प्लान कर लिया है एज अ बोर्ड, एज अ सपोर्टिंग स्टाफ, एज अ लीडर, तो आप उसको बैक करना है। यही रोहित शर्मा कर रहे हैं, कि चाहे यही विराट कोहली भी कर रहे हैं। वो अब देखिए हम ये कह रहे हैं कि विराट कोहली को हम सब सजेशन दे रहे होंगे कि भाई थोड़ा 6 ओवर आराम से खेल लो, और उसके बाद जो है वो आप जैसे वो खेलते हैं उनके लिए ईजी हो जाएगा। क्योंकि बाज़-औक़ात जब आप नंबर 3 आते हो, बेशक आपको पहले या दूसरी बॉल भी बाज़-औक़ात खेलनी पड़ती है, पहले या दूसरे बॉल पे ओपनर भी आउट हो जाता है, आप जाते हो, लेकिन वो उस वक्त विराट कोहली अलग नज़र आ रहे होते हैं। वो जो नर्व्स होते हैं, 2-4-6 बॉल देख लेते हो, फिर आप जाते हो। लेकिन उन्होंने एक फ़ैसला किया, उस पर वो अटल रहेंगे। और अगर विराट कोहली की भी बात करें तो वो भी ये नहीं करेंगे, वो भी वो 6 जो पावर प्ले है उसके हिसाब से ही खेलेंगे। वो आएंगे एग्रेसिव खेलेंगे, चाहे वो आउट हो नहीं हो। और हम बार बार उनको कह रहे हैं कि भाई 4-5, 6, 10-15 बॉल खेल लें, लेकिन वो ऐसा नहीं करेंगे, वो ऐसे ही खेलेंगे। और रोहित शर्मा भी ऐसे खेलेंगे।
प्लान सेट हो चुका है ना, फॉलोइंग द प्लान,
एंड द प्लान हैज फेल्ड एज वेल इन द फर्स्ट 3
प्लान कौन सा
गेम्स।
लोहे पे लिख लिया है?
डिस्पाइट
प्लान चेंज हो सकता है।
बिल्कुल।
आपको लगता है
आप
सेमीफाइनल में
नेचुरल
ऐसा
ओपनर नहीं है विराट कोहली, इज अ नेचुरल ओपनर। You're asking him something which he hasn't done it in international format for last 10 years, by the way. He's done it on number 1. Talking about 1 down. He's done it on number third position I'm talking about. So ask him to go out there and just slash. He can't slash it because he cannot comprehend the bounce. He cannot understand the sheen of the ball, because rather, what he does when he comes number 1 down. He takes a few balls, he collects a few runs, running between the wickets, absorb the pressure, minute he finds a loose ball, goes for the 4. That's what he does, nah?
Yeah.
That's all his batting is all about. And when he thinks that his strike rate is going down, he comes out of the streak, comes out of the crease, and he scores some quick runs to make it equal. So what do you mean plan? Punt is right there in front of you. If I was the captain, I'll ask punt, go slash it, left and righty, take a pick. I think it's going to be a great combination. By asking somebody who's not capable of doing such thing, I'm not saying that he's not capable of doing that, but he's not able to deliver it because there's more pressure on the captain to deliver it. Though Rohit Sharma has all the shots in the world and he displayed that to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
But again, I really think that, Surya Kumar Yadav is actually playing the critical part, and so is the Pandya, is winning the games for you. It is true. And if the top 3 is not performing, and them 2 is actually taking a lot of burden of the team for you to win it. And the Bumrah and the Kuldeep, that is the key. You should have attacked them more.
Yeah, but now they're looking at two very important games up ahead, so it's unlikely that they will change that order now at this point. But it's good to have options. It's good to have more plans.
Problem
Let's see
plenty.
what they go ahead with. A short break here on HMR Waterfront presents Game On Air. When we come back, a little more on this spectacular match, and of course, we'll try to build up to the next one as well. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hello and welcome back to HMR Waterfront Presents Game On Air. What a game we have just witnessed all the way over in the Caribbean. India, they thumped Australia by 24 runs, it has to be said. Set up after losing the toss, being sent into bat, but it ended up being a wonderful toss to lose. And Rohit Sharma, the captain, leading from the front, unbelievable 92 off his bat, setting up some huge scoreboard pressure of 205 for 5 in the first innings. Let's relive the fall of wickets now as Australia attempted what was always going to be a difficult chase. And as we take a little look at these fall of wickets here, Shoaib, Arshdeep Singh, he was brilliant once again, making inroads, getting rid of Warner. That was always going to be a good start.
Of course. Oh,
That was
superb
the
catch. Oh, God.
game-changing.
Outstanding catch there.
Absolutely. Oh, you cannot do that against such a quality spinner.
Your
You just
favourite
can't do
man,
that.
Kuldeep.
Here you go. Oh, no problem there. I mean, again, the slower one is going to done the trick for you. So it's writing on the wall, basically. You know what you need to be done in the second innings, and some lucky catches, good catches are there. Arshdeep is quick off the scene, off the wicket. So there's a lucky catch. Tim David. I thought he should have come earlier than Stoinis. Could have changed the game. But having said that, India was way too good. India knew it. They had the total in their hands. All they have to do is just a bit of tricks on the trades.
Look, 205 wasn't a lot of scoreboard pressure, Marty, but there were moments in partnerships. I mean, Travis Head and Mitch Marsh together were looking brilliant, and then Glenn Maxwell came in and was smoking them as well. You just thought, whilst Travis Head and Marsh were in there as well, that perhaps it could be chased down. They were sticking with that run rate, even though it was lofty, over 10 and over from the word go. What did you think about how Australia paced their chase?
Yeah, they never let the run rate get out of hand. Those two were specifically up with it. They were going well. I think they were over probably about around a 9.5 and over for their partnership, and they were making it look relatively easy. And then obviously just a fantastic catch on the boundary from Akshar Patel. How many times have you seen those get tipped over and they go for 6, or they drop down, and it's a completely different ball game from there. But no, fantastic catch. But yeah, that partnership was really key, and it's a pity that they couldn't just quite get one more to go through and really set the game up. They had glimpses, definitely. I mean, Maxi came in and played a pretty good hand there. He'd be kicking himself in the way he got out and wanting to set the innings up and actually see it off as well. So a couple of key moments there that Australia didn't quite nail and India did. So hats off to India.
It
And
was set up for a big show and just fell short.
And yeah, circling back to again Rohit Sharma as a captain, how fortunate is he, Yunus, as a captain? एक तो as a batter अब उनकी form जिस तरह चल गई है इस World Cup में, he is unstoppable. But as a captain, how lucky he is to have 6 proper bowlers with him to utilize, to bring in as the match goes according to the situation. And then Arshdeep Singh, जिस तरह का उनके करियर का स्टार्ट हुआ था, अब उनको और ज़्यादा जिम्मेदारी दे रहे हैं रोहित शर्मा at the most crucial moments of the game, and he has been delivering. What a spell again by him today, 4 overs, 3 wickets, giving away 37 runs. How will you assess the way Rohit Sharma has been using his bowlers, particularly Arshdeep Singh?
यार अर्शदीप सिंह की जो आपने पहले भी बात की है कि अमेजिंग है। देखिए कुछ बॉलर्स होते हैं जो आके नए बॉल से बहुत अच्छा करते हैं, या कुछ बॉलर ऐसे होते हैं जो कि डेप्थ में बहुत अच्छी करते हैं, कुछ मिडल्स में अच्छे करते हैं। लेकिन मैंने उनकी बॉलिंग देखी है, बुमराह के बाद इस लाइन में देखें, ख़ासतौर पे जब वो नया उनके बॉल होता है तो वो उनकी वेरिएशन बहुत ज़बरदस्त है और सीम अप बॉल करते हैं। और जब ये आखिर में आते हैं और ये ख़ास तौर पे जब ये 17 या 18 ओवर करने आते हैं तो उस वक्त अगर उनको हल्की सी भी रिवर्स स्विंग मिल रही होती है तो ये स्टम्प्स को कहीं भी नहीं छोड़ते। और इनके खिलाफ शॉट्स की एग्जीक्यूशन करना इतना आसान नहीं है, क्योंकि इनके पास स्पेस मौजूद है, वैरायटी मौजूद है। और ये जो यॉर्कर्स करते हैं, आपने देखा ट्रेविस हेड ने वो जो 1 ओवर करने आए हैं बहुत कोशिश की कि उन्होंने रूम भी दिया उनको, किसी तरह वो शॉट खेले, लेकिन नहीं, वो इतनी ज़बरदस्त स्टम्प टू स्टम्प बॉल कर रहे थे और कहीं से वो लेंथ उनके आगे पीछे नहीं होती। बहुत ज़्यादा मैं कह सकता हूँ रिलीफ है रोहित शर्मा के लिए कि वो नए बॉल से आते हैं, नए बॉल से उनके पास बॉलर्स हैं, फिर जब वो बीच में उनकी स्पिन अटैक की बात करें तो वहाँ पे आते हैं। और अभी तो जडेजा भी ऑन नहीं हुए हैं, अगर हम उनकी पास की परफॉर्मेंसेस देखें तो वो उनसे वो परफॉर्मेंस नहीं आ रही होती हैं। अगर वो भी कहीं से चिप इन करें एक दो विकटें, तो मेरे ख्याल से ये तो ऑन द डे जो है ना बहुत मुश्किल हो जाएगा। अगर ये किसी कोई बैटिंग पिच पे 170 180 भी करते हैं और कहीं उनकी बैटिंग कोलैप्स होती है और जिस दिन जडेजा भी बॉल करेंगे अच्छी, तो वो भी उसको डिफेंड कर सकते हैं। मेरे ख्याल से इनके पास ये वैरायटी है कि इनके पास, जो हम बात करते हैं कि आपको मैचेस ज़्यादातर आप बॉलिंग से ही जिताते हो, इनके पास स्पिन वहाँ पे मौजूद है, इनके पास फास्ट बॉलर मौजूद है, और वो सिर्फ खानापुरी के लिए नहीं है, वो आते हैं वो सब मैच विनर हैं। मेरे ख्याल से ये बड़ा लग्जरी है उनके पास।
और जो फॉर्म जसप्रीत बुमराह, द फॉर्म दैट ही इज एंजॉयिंग राइट नाउ, when you look at what he bowled today, statistically this was his worst in this World Cup so far, and he still took 1 wicket, gave away 29 runs. That speaks volume of how great he has been, Shoaib, in this World Cup. And somebody like Siraj is sitting out on the bench. I mean, what do you do when you're facing an attack like that?
When you have clarity, when you have a great intention, who picked these fast bowlers? Obviously the captain, right? Who made this fast bowler? Harshdeep went through the bad patch of his career last year, right? They backed him up, they bring him back, gave him the confidence, they started delivering it. Who made this team? It was presented to Rohit Sharma. Out of 25 people, you picked 15 out of them. This is the direct choices of Rohit Sharma. I think Jasprit Bumrah is just a gift to Rohit Sharma. You can count on him. You can utilize him the way he utilizes him. That is fantastic. He goes out there, bowl with the newer ball. He can bowl with the older ball. He can reverse the ball. He can york the ball. You know, he's off the length. He's very fast. It's just like a great captaincy, I think, by picking up the right people. And वही कहते हैं ना यार, प्रॉपर क्रिकेटर पिक किए हैं उसने, प्रॉपर फास्ट बॉलर पिक किए हैं उसने, प्रॉपर स्पिनर पिक किए हैं. Thank God for that. He actually not relying on Jadeja anymore. He's relying on Kuldeep. He's a match winner.
It's nice to see Bumrah with the new ball as well. He was a little bit more expensive than we're used to seeing him. He's been so miserly this entire T20 World Cup. But Travis Head was getting off to an absolute flyer. They needed to get him out. So Rohit Sharma, who does he go to? He goes to the spearhead of his attack, the man he can rely on to get the job done. And it was Bumrah who did manage to get him out. But as we relive his innings, Mohammad Hafiz, he was looking like he could be the guy to have a Rohit Sharma-esque innings to take Australia to that victory. 76 of 43. Looking at some of the highlights now, 9 boundaries, 4 sixes.
So he's again one of the guy at international level. When he came earlier in his career, he was not sure about his role. And he was a bit confused as a batsman that which way he has to go. And then he decided to take the aggressive option in his game. In test cricket, in one-day cricket, he developed those shots within himself which was never been seen before. So I think as a cricketer, he understood the requirement of the international cricket. He given himself enough confidence to back himself with that talent, and you know, executing these shots all the way in his innings. This is the way he plays in the last 1.5 years. I watched him in the last 1.5 years. He's been playing this way no matter which condition he received. So this is a special talent he's producing within himself and trying to execute in the best possible way. And you know, today his innings was basically could be a difference because he was hitting the ball all over the ground. Unfortunately, no one else given that much support to him. Otherwise, it could have been a different story. But you know, overall, his own innings impressed me the most in the last 3 or 4 years of international cricket. He along with Rohit Sharma impressed me the most, the way they evolve with the game of cricket.
As T20 cricket's evolved and we're expecting more and more from particularly our top order, we want strike rates that are in excess of 150, 160 consistently. And Travis Head is able to consistently put those performances on the board. Yunus, he was so good again today. You just thought had he managed to hold his bat a little bit longer through the innings, maybe Australia could have gotten the job done. What did you enjoy about what he brought to the table today?
He could, but at that time the asking rate is like 13 or 14, so he should be go after the bowlers. But amazing, he's amazing player. The way he changed his game, not only in the T20, his inning in the finals, it was amazing. You know, he's enjoyed the big stages, and he was there, but there were no other batter to support him. So I think sometime if you chasing
Big total.
yeah, especially the big total, one of your guys should be there till end, but the support should be there. So, but there was no support from the other batter, but he plays amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, scoreboard pressure just too much today, Marty. But just before we head off to a really quick break, what impresses you about Travis Head and how consistent he's able to be in all formats of the game now, opening the batting?
He's just got that intent now. I don't think he had that previously in his career, and he's gone away. You know, I played with him at Worcestershire and county cricket, going back a few years now. But you know, he's a different batter now. You know, he's evolved his game. He's changed the way he thinks about batting. He wants to go out and actually take the game to the bowlers now, and especially in red ball cricket, he scores at such a rate, and he scores in difficult areas to defend. That the run rate can just get away on you as a fielding side. So I like the way what he's done and been able to change his game and to change his intent and thinking about batting. So he's done extremely well, and in quite a short amount of time as well. It's really come on, and you know, look what he did in the World Test Championship final, the World Cup final last year, and what he's been able to do in the World Cup so far here.
Right, well, England are facing India in that first semi-final. It's going to be a proper contest because from the form that we've seen some of the English players pick up, especially in the last couple of games, it's going to be an even contest. But India right now, they just look too good on paper, too good out on the field, not giving away any chances. And of course, an all-round performance from them with the bat, with the ball and in the field. And of course, that spectacular leadership by Rohit Sharma. So they aren't putting a foot wrong here, Erin, but against England, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what the defending champions can do to face India, especially in Guyana, with what we know about about those conditions. It could be a good one if we see some runs being scored. So all in all, let's see what's in store for us. And as far as Australia are concerned, well, you will have to wait just a few more hours to see what their fate will be.
Come on, Bangladesh. Come on, Tigers. But yeah, this is a really interesting part now. This is where tournament play comes into it. Can India get through the roadblocks of previous World Cup encounters and get the job done? Remains to be seen. They're absolutely looking like the team to beat. On paper, though, at the moment, undefeated, like South Africa. So let's see who it will be. Off to a very short break here, though, on HMR Waterfront presents Game on Hair. We'll look ahead to the all-important clash now if you're an Aussie fan. Afghanistan taking on Bangladesh. That's on at 5:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. We'll preview that on the other side of the break.
जी वेलकम बैक टू HMR वाटरफ्रंट प्रेजेंट्स गेम ऑन है. हम बात कर रहे थे ब्रेक से पहले ऑफ कोर्स इंडिया वर्सेस ऑस्ट्रेलिया की. इंडिया आर थ्रू टू द सेमीफाइनल्स एंड दे विल बी playing against England in that first semi-final in Guyana on 27th of June. We still have one more spot out left in the open for who's going to be playing in that fourth spot, and उसका जो decision है वो होगा अगले मैच के बाद, जिसके बारे में हम अभी थोड़ी सी बात करेंगे. अफगानिस्तान वर्सेस बांग्लादेश, two teams who will be eyeing to put their best foot forward, but it's Afghanistan really who need to defeat Bangladesh if they have to qualify for that semi-final, and not just that, knock Australia out of the running for that semi-final spot. A lot to write on for this match. Afghanistan fans के लिए भी, ऑस्ट्रेलिया फैंस के लिए भी, बांग्लादेश फैंस भी चाहेंगे कि कुछ करे उनकी टीम. आखिरी मैच है. कितना एक्साइटिंग है ये मैच?
एक्साइटिंग ये है कि अभी ऑस्ट्रेलिया की फैंटी लगना बाकी है.
अभी लगना बाकी है.
हाँ, क्योंकि अफगानिस्तान ने बदला भी पूरा करना है.
अच्छा, अभी हुआ
अफगानिस्तान ने भी जीतना है.
अच्छा, अभी हुआ नहीं पूरा.
अभी हुआ नहीं.
Fanta
is remaining for Australia. So they're going to beat, inshallah, Bangladesh. I hope they put up a good fight. I really want Afghanistan to go forward and to play semis.
Okay.
And somehow, I don't know, I have just a gut feeling. I don't know, I don't know where it's coming from. I think South Africa is running. I don't know, somehow they look like to be a finalist to me in this World Cup and winning the World Cup. I don't know, just like some vibes are coming. But I really think that, who's deserving is Afghanistan to play semi-finals. Most well-deserved team is Afghanistan. Just simple, keep it simple. Please, if you're winning the toss, elect to bat first and go out.
Don't
for the
chase,
ball.
yeah.
Please
Don't
chase
chase.
the bat.
Don't try to
And
chase.
We hope we will get to
Please.
play this clip soon in the
Yes.
coming couple of shows that we'll do. Afghanistan playing the final, or maybe South Africa playing the final, but one of the two.
South Africa is playing the final. They will qualify the semi-final, inshallah, Afghanistan. And then I really think that India should be winning the World Cup.
Okay. All eyes on St Vincent in the early hours of the morning.
Yeah.
For me, being an Aussie fan, and if any of you are hoping to see Australia go through, or will it be Afghanistan? At least they actually have their fate in their hands, Marty. What do you make of this particular matchup today? Where's your gut feeling going?
Yeah, it's going to be a tight one. I think there's going to be a wee upset. I think Bangladesh are going to step up today and take the game out. And yeah,
Love
it's
it.
just my gut feeling.
Trans-Tasman buddy over there backing the Aussies. I'm here for it.
But it says so much. I mean, you use the word upset, right? And that's in the context of Bangladesh winning, a test playing nation defeating another like Afghanistan, a team like Afghanistan, and that's being classified as an upset says so much about this format and how this World Cup has been going. आपकी क्या prediction है? Quick.
मैं यही चाहूँगा कि मैं तो पहले दिन से ये कह रहा हूँ कि साउथ अफ्रीका मुझे फाइनल्स में नज़र आ रही है और ये जो फाइनल जीतते मुझे नज़र आ रही है इंडिया या साउथ अफ्रीका। मैं तो काफ़ी दिनों से यही बिल्कुल सही और मैंने पहले भी आपसे ये कहा था कि अफगानिस्तान जो मुझे टॉप 4 में नज़र आ रही है। इवन एरन ने कहा था कि अफगानिस्तान इनकी टॉप 4 में मौजूद है, ठीक है, एक्सपेंस ऑफ ऑस्ट्रेलिया, लेकिन उन्होंने ये कहा था कि मैं नहीं मानता हूँ, मैं नहीं चाहती हूँ, लेकिन ये हो जाएगा। एग्जैक्टली वही हो गया। तो मेरी भी ख्वाहिश है कि अफगानिस्तान चले क्योंकि वो डिज़र्व करते हैं। डिज़र्व इसलिए करते हैं कि हम उनको अब एसोसिएट नेशन नहीं कहेंगे। उसकी वजह ये है कि रेगुलर खेल रहे हैं और रेगुलर सिर्फ खेल नहीं रहे, जीत रहे हैं, परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं और आगे एक स्टेप जा रहे हैं। तो मुझे लगता है कि अफगानिस्तान को जाना चाहिए टॉप 4 में, और क्योंकि वो सबसे जो इस सारे सिनारियो में जो डिज़र्व जो करती है वो टीम करती है। क्योंकि अगर हम अब जो वर्ल्ड कप अभी इंडिया में हुआ 50 ओवर की क्रिकेट की बात करें तो उन्होंने बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छा परफॉर्म किया और उन्होंने अपनी जो क्वालिटी ऑफ क्रिकेट है वो खेलनी शुरू की है। ठीक है, उनके पास कुछ जगहें हैं जिनको उन्होंने बेहतर करना है, लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि अपसेट नहीं होना चाहिए, उनको थ्रू होना चाहिए।
Professor, irrespective of whatever happens to Afghanistan in a mere few hours now, it's been a wonderful T20 World Cup campaign for them. Does the fairy tale continue?
I think they will continue with the form they have in this tournament so far. So I personally would like them to see in the semis at the moment, because to me Australia doesn't deserve to be in the semi-final. I know as a fan of Australia you would love that. From sneaking into semi-final in a different ways, but by playing cricket, I think Australia doesn't deserve that, and Afghanistan surely and truly deserve to be one of the semi-finalists.
Well, we surely haven't peaked at the right moment, unfortunately, losing the last 2 games on the bounce, losing to Afghanistan as well, it has to be said. So will the fairy tale continue? The rest remains unwritten until the early hours of this morning, Reha.
But in this match today that we saw India and Australia, whenever these two teams are playing, the fans are there to cheer for them. Interestingly, it wasn't a full packed stadium today, but there was a lot of Indian support and a little bit of scattered Aussie support that I could sense.
But credit to the Aussies, because it takes you 4 days to get to the Caribbean from down under. Let me tell you, that is a long, long way, isn't it, Marty? It's even further from New Zealand.
Yeah, it certainly is, and it's even longer back because you actually lose that whole day on the plane. So
it takes you 4 days to get home, quite literally, because you can, it's about 18 hours, 19 hours difference or something to New Zealand. But great to see plenty of fans out there enjoying the World Cup. It's been such a wonderfully exciting day. If you were there at that match, what an exhilarating way for Australia to unfortunately lose and India to get a big win. A little bit of redemption after what happened in the 50-over World Cup, but it really sets up a wonderful encounter tomorrow morning for Bangladesh versus Afghanistan. Before we go though, it's time to announce our J. Janair Jamshed perfume winner. So thanks for sticking with us all night. I can now tell you that the winner is, drumroll please, Mohammad Asad. Congratulations. Woo! You answered that question correctly. Who has the most double hundreds in Test cricket? Well done, sir. Wonderful answering of the trivia, and you get yourself a beautiful all-rounder by Shoaib Malik from J.
बहुत मुबारक मोहम्मद असद एंड आपका भी बहुत शुक्रिया फॉर वाचिंग आवर शो. एवरीबडी हु वॉचेस, सपोर्ट्स, calls in, follows, comments, likes, shares, thank you so much. Your support has kept us going through this World Cup. And I think, Erin, that's all we have for tonight.
That's all we have time for. Thank you so much for sticking with us, gentlemen. Incredible work as always. Roha, love it. We have so much more to look forward to though in this T20 World Cup. That's all we have for now on the show at HMR Waterfront Presents Game On Hair. We do have a pre-show coming in just a few hours of Afghanistan versus Bangladesh, so we'll see you all at 4 a.m. Otherwise, enjoy the match and we'll see you all for semi-final action. Bye for now.